So before we go any farther, I'm gonna, these guys take 2 minutes. Maybe we'll start with you, Jamie.
Okay.
All right, this is all good. I know you're just going to be videos or whatever, but if you work on any of this stuff, does it really have an impact, and how would these guys know that?
So our safety engagement journey, we're on 3 years of repeatable, predictable improvement of our results. We've had really wild success here, and we see a certain correlation to volume of safety engagement increasing and then a decrease of our TRIR, or our just total incidents.
And how much has that changed over the last 2 or 3 years? Did it just 1 year it dropped a little bit, or it dropped some?
Now we jumped from a 2.0 to a 1.4 to a 1.1 to a 1.0, and it's shaping out to be flat at 1.0 again. So we're on that 4th year of really repeatable, predictable results.
Okay, now some of you are thinking, because I know you're cynical, because I've been in that chair before, yeah, it's just Jamie though. Could have been anything, right? How do I know that that's really, that's something special they did?
Yeah, one additional point there. So there was growth of volume in there too. So we measuring and improving all of our safety system processes for this health. So we measured 176,000 and then 189, and then we're going to break the 200,000 to 225,000 mark this year. And so certainly that just means we're measuring and improving more safety systems. We have better insight.
That's right. And I'll say something at the end of this, but just I just want you to hear this, and I want to stop these guys. All right, well, maybe so, Dan, I don't know. What happened with you?
Yeah, our story's pretty similar to Jamie's. When we initially started this whole activity, Barry, we were really looking at, okay, we have to have a better way of doing this and trying to drive field engagement. What we really learned is that we're working on improving what frontline leadership should look like on StructureTone projects. And we notice a tremendous amount of involvement, not only from the foreman level, but the participants engaged with that. We're able to see our accident trends go down as frequency went up, and also quality of the conversation went up as well. So our story goes is we reduced the total recordable rate over 65% in 2 years' time, all of our man hours included, our trade partners included, by focusing on this activity and trying to drive field engagement. So it's a real success story for us, for sure.
Thank you, Dan. So maybe, all right, so 2 guys, maybe that's just 2, maybe they know each other. Okay, maybe. All right, Lane, you're in another place. You're in Austin, right? You compete with Dan, so.
Not that I'm superstitious, but that was probably someone calling to say they got hurt. But, we all have it. No, so DPR does a lot of self-perform work. We do about 1 million man-hours of self-perform work in Austin, plus we do the CSIP, or contractor insured program. So we saw a reduction of 58% in injuries across our projects, and into hundreds of thousands of dollars in savings and insurance costs, so just claims costs. So huge improvement.
Right. Now, I want to make something really clear. So, I could line up another dozen people that would not necessarily tell the exact same story. Let me make something clear. Did the technology have that impact on recordables and injuries? No, it did not. So I know you might think, well, there's a technology guy who's trying to convince me this technology is magic. No. What I'm telling you is the technology enables the safety professionals to do the things they need to do, and when they do those things, better things happen. You're going to hear these guys talk about getting leaders involved, getting more people engaged, figuring out getting people aligned. When you do that, and you talk about these conversations, by the way, you go out and help that guy who was reading that thing stop reading and actually get the guys engaged. That's helpful, right? That's helpful. Gizmo didn't do that, but the Gizmo showed you like, oh, there was a guy who was doing that. I should probably figure out how I'm going to fix that shit, because it's dumb to do that. Right? And you're not helping anybody. You put people at risk, and you do that like 1,000 times. Well, yeah, like something bad could happen. So that's how that works.
It does allow you to scale, though. So when we think just pre-planning at TD alone, there's 160,000 plans we do every year. Even with a large safety team of 25 safety professionals, you're not going to scale it without using some type of technology to organize that information.